Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Let's have a look at Ashura, and then I was thinking about ways to spice it up for me. So I'm going to try it without any water characters. So I will not get any elemental advantages for reducing damage taken or increasing damage done. But full disclosure, all of these 4 characters have survivor ableberries. So that will help me deal with some of the damage that we take. Which is important because damage output's very high in this mission. The issue might be damage done, because I don't get that elemental advantage. It shouldn't be a big deal since all 4 of these characters are good sources of damage, but yes, let's see what happens. And then for this first stage, I like to have my Pierce characters move to the top of the screen, and then my Bounce characters to stay at the bottom. And the reason for that is because my bounce characters, they can pinch in between the bottom wall and then the guy down there. Just like that. Very good. And then Pierce characters, they can just focus on the bull demon things up there. Okay. Gimmicks on the stage. There are damage walls and blocks and a little bit of gravity barriers. We need a damage wall the most. Null damage wall. And then to talk about the characters that I'm using, first I'm using Striker, Transcendent, and he's already a pretty good choice for this quest, even though he's not water. He has the Counter Slayer, which means he'll gain the Slayer of whomever hit him last. So that's pretty powerful. And then next I'm using Agnamut. She has both Mech Slayer and Demon Slayer, both of which activate during this quest. She's another good off-color choice. Next I'm using Arthur. She has both Null Gravity Barrier and Null Damage Wall. And also powerful, but not an ideal pick for this mission. And finally I'm using Sakura Evolution, one of my favorite characters, and very underrated, I would say. HP is low, but the rest of her stats are good. And then she's got a strong bump combo and a strong strike shot. Okay, so first mini-boss stage, we want to move our guys out of that center area. 1 turn per character. Because then everybody will do kind of a concentrated attack on that area. There it is. And then once that comes out, then we can get more aggressive and then go into the center of the map to do damage to the boss. Okay, so there we saw Agnamut's Slayer come into play. Whoops. Yeah, the blocks, it can be a little tricky to know where you're going to hit them with your ball art, but yep, there too. But anyway, we have Agnamut lined up with the weak point, so we'll get that attack in there. And then here I decided to do sort of a more, kind of a more 45-degree angle so that I can get out more bump combos that way. Okay, very good. And then for this stage, I like to have my bounce characters jump into the speed up panel. We can get some pinch shots in sometimes. And then with Pierce characters, I like to do either up to down attacks or left to right, just so I can do concentrated damage. Okay, pretty good. And Agnamut does have a blast bump combo, and that's perfect with his team, since all 3 of my characters have a very strong bump combo. Alrighty, pretty good. Okay, last stage before the boss sequence, I believe. And then the main thing at first that we want to be keep in mind is that the mini-boss in the middle there will shoot out a shotgun attack aimed at the lower left-hand corner. So as we do damage to the little guys and damage to the boss, we want to move our guys away from that lower left-hand corner. Okay, pretty good. Alright, so there's the shotgun. And now that it's come out once, it will come out again in the upper right-hand corner. So again, I'm going to move my guys so that they get out of that corner while also doing damage to the boss. And then thinking about the next stage, if I start at the top of the stage, that will make things easier. So I'll think about moving my guys slowly upwards. Okay, and yes, Sakura, in addition to being a blast type, has blast bump critical. So when she does get that, it's a very good idea to get her bump combo out. Okay, first boss stage, we see 40 turns on the speed clear meter, so we know we have a long fight ahead of us. If we wanted to, we could use strike shots here, and then have them charge up again on by the last stage. Okay, so the fourth turn, Ashura will have a short-range white blast, so I will take these first 4 turns to move my guys above that kind of row of stones, so that I can be out of the blast range. Okay, last one is Sakura. And we'll get her over there, very good. And white blast. And then after that comes out, we can come down and then do attacks on the boss. Okay, and as I just said, strike shots will charge up again by the last stage. So we'll go ahead and use Agnemut's meteor strike shot. And since she has Mech Slayer, that will do an extra multiplier against the boss there. So nice damage there. And we'll grab this heart. And then we'd also like to maintain our positioning at the top of the screen for the next stage. And then with Striker, I was thinking about hitting Sakura's bump combo to maybe pass the stage with that, but I wasn't sure I was going to be able to reach. So I just went down for a normal attack, and then ended up at the top of the screen anyway, so that worked out. Okay, second boss stage. Main thing to keep in mind here is that the fourth turn, there will be a shotgun attack coming out aimed towards the bottom. So if we can get our guys away from that area, then we'll be safe. Safer. Okay, so now all my guys are in the safe zone, so now I can just focus on just doing left to right attacks to do damage to the boss. Okay, pretty good. Alright, I was contemplating using a Striker's tackle strike shot, but I thought I would leave it for another day, so we'll just do a standard attack. Okay, there's that shotgun. Unfortunately, I pushed Arthur down too far, so she took some of that damage. Yeah, these Survivor Ableberries are coming in handy. Okay, one more attack should do it. We will try to grab that heart as well. And very good. Okay, third boss stage. This one plays pretty similarly to the first, in that after 4 turns, a short-range White Blast will come out. So the first 4 turns, I can use it to move my guys beyond that stone set of stones there. Okay, Ashura will move over to the left. Very good. Alright, we'll move Arthur over to the left. Very good. And finally, Sakura will move over to the left. Perfect. Okay, White Blast comes out. We avoided it, so now we can go back into the middle to do damage to the boss again. And again, finishing this level, finishing at the top of the screen would be ideal, so we'll try to keep that in mind as we move on. Alright, HP is getting low, so I would love to pick up that gold heart. Whoops, not going to happen there. We'll try again with Sakura. Not quite. Yikes, now we really need it. Thankfully we had another gold heart appear, so we'll grab that. Get some critical hits and then some weak point hits in on the boss. Very good. And again, keeping in positioning for the next stage in mind, we're going to move Agnamut up instead of down. And thankfully the bump combos were enough, so we were able to clear the stage and then maintain pretty good positioning. Alright, last stage. So Arthur does have speed down, but it doesn't matter because we're going to go ahead and use her strike shot. Very good. Sakura also has the speed down, but we'll just use her tackle strike shot as well. And we'll look at how much damage this does. Alright, so 1 million damage just from the regular hits, and then a kind of a guaranteed 500,000 from the toss-up. So yes, very, very powerful strike shot. Alright, we'll use a Striker's tackle strike shot, and get that Slayer in there. And although we don't need it, Agnamut X's Meteor Strike Shot will have charged up just in time. So we'll go ahead and use that, and that will be that. Okay. So that was kind of a fun challenge, and I hope I showed that if you get the positioning down, you can you know, beat it fairly easily, even without an ideal team. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Take care.